Well, it's a beautiful day up here at Curraghs Wildlife Park, and in our series we've been doing, obviously looking at various animals, but I think a bit about conservation is perfect at the minute because we've got a certain elusive animal, and one that certainly makes the headlines from time to time, Kathleen.
Yeah, Kush, the red panda, is quite well known in the Isle of Man. He's settled down these days, become a family man. So last year we had cubs, and we have Aria, our female cub. So there's 3 now in the enclosure. We've got Sarah, Aria and Kush. But red pandas is one animal that's a favourite with people, but it's also an endangered animal. The Red Panda Network is one of the projects that the park has donated to out of the Conservation Fund. And they are doing Plant a Home, and we contributed to that, which is planting a tree corridor in Nepal to join up panda habitats. And it's probably another project we'll fund again this year. We'll put some money towards red pandas this year.
Conservation-wise, how many are left in the wild?
There's less than 10,000.
Really?
Could be as low as 2,500. Within the European zoos, there's around 500 in the stud book. And although we were successful in breeding last year, we haven't got a breeding recommendation this year because zoos often have to, it's not about numbers, it's about the quality of the genetics. And they need to keep that gene pool healthy, which means certain pairs maybe only need to breed once or twice in their lifetime. So we haven't got a breeding recommendation this year, so we won't be breeding red pandas this year.
But will some just go off to other places at some point, or how does it work?
Yeah, Aria's already got a recommendation. She's to go over to the UK, to Birmingham. So that's where she's going to go. It should be later on this year or possibly into 2022. But yeah, she'll need to move on, and we'll keep Sarah and Kush here.
Let's just remind ourselves about why, or you making the headlines, what keeps going on here, though. You have an escape artist.
Yeah, I mean, with red pandas, I think they've got everything they need here, but if the opportunity arises, like a branch blows down in a storm, off they go. But, I mean, Kush was obviously making his way back to the park. The last time he was out, he was just across the road. So he was wanting to come back where it was safe and easy for him, but he went for the opportunity for a wander. People have said, oh, how can you stop that from happening? Well, we could chop all the trees down, or we could enclose the whole enclosure down and make sure that he never gets out again. But that wouldn't be a nice life. I mean, it's a beautiful enclosure. It's nice and natural. We want him to see the open skies and climb the trees. We don't want to cut it all down. So we keep a close eye on the trees, but never say never. I just hope that we don't ever have a branch come down again and it goes on a wander. But I think he's settled down now. He's wandering days are over.
You couldn't make it up because not once but twice you made the headlines. It was going everywhere, that story.
Yeah, it was one of those ones like, oh please, no, not again. And it was a worry, you know. We wanted him back where he was safe and well cared for, and yeah, we were just relieved to get him back, and then to have cubs that July. It was fantastic.
Okay. Just remind people about your opening times and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we're 9:30 to 5 o'clock every day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's during the season until winter sort of thing.
Yeah, until the autumn half term, which is really almost more than October. It's almost into November, and then we're at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Last year we opened Thursdays as well because we'd been locked down. We gave people a few more days in the winter to come. So, and we're open at Christmas holidays, February half term holidays. We're not really close very much at all, just a few months in the middle of the winter on a Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're here all the time, but we've got our Facebook page where you can keep up to date, and our website. You'll also see on our website the conservation projects that we've been funding, that you, the visitor, has been funding, really, because when you come in, there's that voluntary donation, which you have to opt out of. If you don't opt out of, that's great. £1 goes towards Conservation Fund, or £3 if you're a member, and that's been really helping us fund more and more conservation. Just last year we funded lemur conservation, and the year before, so we've 1,500 to gentle lemurs. The Durrell Zoo project works out there in Madagascar, and we gave 2,000 in 2020, to the Lemur Conservation Society, and they look after the black blue-eyed lemur. It lives in a very small area in Madagascar, and it's a real community project. So they fund the school, they fund the infrastructure, and the locals then really value this black blue-eyed lemur. They know that that extra help they're getting is to help them, for them to protect the forest, and they do. So it's really, really good conservation project.
Well, we have filmed lemurs, we saw a little bit there, but we're going to have a whole thing with them because they're so cute, and the public have access on good days, or sometimes when they get into the thing. But we'll talk about that in another video. We're here, and do come up and have a look and take it all in. It's so peaceful as well up here, Curraghs Wildlife Park.